That's a lot of points. Okay, so something I want to let you get. Well, actually, I'll wait for the stream to finish starting before I start talking about stuff because I don't know who's actually listening right now. Yep. Well, my speakers are listening. Well, my microphone's listening to my speakers. PogChamp indeed. Alright, so today, first thing we gotta do is come up with a roadmap. I think we had this for 11.2. Melee and charge, I think we're gonna add to this. So let's do this. Let's just say the roadmap for this week. Well, I'll say short week over here. But the roadmap is miscellaneous stuff. Which, if I'm not mistaken, there's a word for this. Yes, it is miscellanea. So let's do that. Alright, anyway, Zapper tests have been needing to get an update, as in they've been needing to be written. More hardware, this is still possible. We need to code EMP at some point, but it's not done being designed. I guess artillery tests are on this list. I shouldn't keep doing this. This should be like roadmap stuff. Deploy cooldowns and real auto deploy. See, again, I don't think I want to do this just yet. Teams are something we might work on this week. It might not even take very long, but the bigger part of teams is not really the feature, it's more about adding tests for this stuff. Configuration UI, yeah. Game modes, leaderboards. We may do something like leaderboards or teams. And these would be just like basic stuff for now. And then maybe to-do items. So perhaps a feature or two, leaderboards or team. Leaderboards, game modes, or teams. And then let's say performance. Look into shaders to render multiple sprites, to render final plots, or whatever. Other to-do items, I'll just say. Like, this is not going to be a week where I spend the entire week focusing on one thing. That's for sure. We're not at that point yet. Hey, interrupter. Wait, temporary. You haven't actually played the game. Is that true? Let me look into my secret database where I keep track of all of the accounts. Where do I have this? And I hid this on my own hard drive. Not purposely, it's just in a weird spot. Okay, here we go, browse data. So let's see, is Tenbury on this list? No, Tenbury is not. I also want to keep track of the number of logins. I wonder if I should start to do that. Oh, anyway, yeah. There's, yeah. I can close out of that. Okay, yeah. So pre-beta started is no longer really news. Recap number 8 in tutorial. That's no longer the latest video. Let me go grab the newest video. I'll post that for you guys if you want to see it. I'm sure the people who are already here early in the morning know most of what's already going on in Botland. Oh, and then I also want to talk about my microphone for a little bit. So let's do recap number 9. This was the video that added things like, I wrote it down in the video, I guess. Let me take a look. Yeah, okay, so here's what we got. We got regen, thrusters, artillery, shield, and teleport. There we go. And hey, Eruptor. Okay, so that video that I just linked it's the newest recap video, so it's from this week. Now, what I want to talk about just a little bit, at least, because I don't know if this is good. If you guys can take a look at my screen, or my camera, let me figure out what else to do this. So check that out. I now have, ignore the bed where I've just been dumping clothes for now, but I now have a mic stand and a pop filter. But that is, as you can see, to my right side by about a hand's distance, and I don't know if there's a better location for that. So, can you guys hear me okay? Roughly as well as you could hear me on Friday or any other stream, I guess? The idea was to get it to the point where you weren't hearing as much keyboard sound. And yeah, thanks, Wouter. Yeah, it took me way too many takes to get that video. So by the end of it, I was just laughing at like, wow, I made a really stupid mistake. And then I'll say orange code.txt.js. Alright, so that's done. Alright, and then blockly block, update the Zapper script. Yeah, okay. Make sure I deleted code namespaces. Consider running a test for auto deploy. It seems less loud. Got sound to 100% instead of the regular 60%. So I can increase that on my side of things by doing this. But then everything's gonna be louder. So there, I just increased the volume. Yeah, I increased it across the board. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if there's some better way for me to configure this. Like, the arm of the microphone stand is off of the back of my desk. Like, if I were to sit here, I think this would be ideal. Huh. I don't know. Or I could put this in front of my face. Just have a mic in front of my face all the time. Well, anyway, let me know. You said get the mic closer. Hey, Skynet. Here's what I can do. All right, hang on a second. Let me configure this. I'm not going to mute this because I don't think it'll be too loud for me to change this. Okay, there. Now, at least the pop filter is right here. I don't know. That's probably, it looks like there's a frying pan in my screen right now, doesn't it? I'm gonna go cook some eggs right after I stream. Well, anyway, does this sound better at least? Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, so I think we're gonna start with the Zapper test because it's been a long enough time and I haven't coded these. Where is Zapper? Oh, cool. Thanks, Watcher. Yeah, oh, and by the way, one other thing I just didn't call out explicitly yet. So this is the only week so far that I am going to be inconsistent, and I've already pointed this out as of a week or two ago. Tomorrow, I'm going to be starting late. I don't know when exactly. It might be only 10 minutes late. It might be 40 minutes late. I don't know. It shouldn't be more than an hour late, I think. And then Friday, there's no stream. So no stream after Wednesday of this week. And the reason for that is because the art dude's coming up to Washington, and we are going to have a meeting on Friday all day, and then an all-day meeting on Sunday. We're going to talk about a lot of Outland. I will not have long to rest this weekend. Now let's talk about the Zapper test. So here we go. Make sure you can zap a cloak bot, etc., etc., etc. So do we have any outstanding changes? No. Yes, I get Tom Hanks. My roommate in college always used to say that. T. Hanks. Alright, make sure you can zap a cloak bot, make sure diagonals are 50%, cardinals are 100%, can't be reflected, can't zap allies. There's no such concept yet, really. But make sure it doesn't harm enemy landmines. That's actually pretty important. Make sure a tile that's Manhattan distance equals 2 away, but in a cardinal direction is unaffected. Yeah, this too. Zapper only does damage on your turn. Doesn't do damage on the turn that it ends. Yeah, all this stuff is important. And that exists. And then add in Zapper to the AI bots. Yeah, okay, so then here's what we'll do. We'll write this down up here. Actually, here we go. We're going to take all these Zapper tests. Add a test for language line on a resource. So this is the first thing we're going to do. Then the next thing we're going to do is update the AI bots a bit. Oh, also, Void Dreamer, if you're still there, there was a bug that you'd reported, and I asked for more information. Okay, yeah. So Void Dreamer, if you could at some point, let me tag Void Dreamer. If at some point you could just go to play.bot.land and tell me what your local storage is, you can whisper it to me if you want, or you can put it in Pastebin or something. The password is not valid anymore, but anyway, if you can do that at some point today, that'd be good. Okay. And you don't need to even log in. Local storage will be there as soon as you get to the page. Oh yeah, and it's not like, don't rush. It's not a big issue. I mean, it's definitely a bug that should be fixed, but I think it's caused by corrupted local storage. So make sure you can zap a cloaked bot. Let's start writing these tests. And we're going to put bookmark right there. So the bookmark moved. No. Alright, so should be able to zap a cloaked enemy bot. Oh yeah, it's lunchtime for you right now. Huh. Alright, so we're gonna put zap code, and that's gonna just say zap, of course. Then we're gonna have cloak code, and that's gonna say cloak. And then we have the zapper bot and a cloak bot. And zapper bot takes zap code, and it's gonna be there and then there. And do we have zapper by default here? I'm not actually sure. Zapper slot config. Am I using this anywhere? Should have zapper deal damage to shield first. Interesting. I am using this, at least in one spot. Okay, well let's take the zap slot config over to this. No, it's actually then gift person amount. And you can't gift 7. You have to give at least 10, but you'll find out if you try that. In fact, I should just set the minimum to 5. People frequently want to transfer less than 10 points. Also, by the way, microphone, good or bad? We doing okay on that? Because I did just get a mic stand. Alright, so this will cloak the cloaked bot, then set up active bot. We don't need to do that exactly. We just need to do this will zap. And then I don't think we have like an assert zap status, do we? Set zapper damage. Oh, I guess that's important. Well, it's kind of important. We'll just set it to like 100 in here. I don't know. It's decent. Okay. Yeah, I guess since my voice is being projected forward, I don't know where I could put my mic if it's in front of me such that I can still see my monitors. Alright, I'll try something out in a bit. For now, yeah, I'll just up the noise level a little bit. So now it's at 45% instead of 40. So you should be able to hear me at least slightly better. Alright, so we've got zapper on. We don't have a way to assert that the entity is zapping. So let's go do that. Assert entity is zapping. We're going to say is zapping here. Alright, we're going to get the is zapping component. Zapping. Entity is not zapping as expected. I'm laughing at Tinvera. Okay. So assert that the zapper bot is indeed zapping, and then make sure that it did damage to the cloaked bot. So assert cloaked bot took damage. And then let's try running these tests. Weak points. Alright, that worked. So we're in business. So this is done. Make sure you can zap a cloak bot. Then make sure diagonals do 50% and cardinals do 100%. Here's what we're going to do. Should do half damage to zapped diagonals, full damage to zapped cardinals. Should verify zapper damage.